Hello YouTube, this is Sean Ryu and I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing another gear review. This is on another one of my Ultralight packs. This one's made by ULA and it is their CDT. So let me go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hold this camera and at the same time just kind of read off some of the specs on this. So I'm going to read the standard features. It says integrated, and I'm reading this off of the CDT or ULA website. It says internal pad holster, contoured padded hip belt pockets, contoured shoulder straps, front rest pocket, 210 ripstop, adjustable side pockets, adjustable bellowed side pockets, ice axe pole, retention loops, side top compression straps, drawstring extension collar, ULA 210 aerobic, and then just some other things to know. Hydration sleeve can be removed, which is 1.4 ounces off. Internal stash pocket can be removed, which is 1.1 ounces off. Water bottle holsters 0.8 ounces off. Hand loops 0.8 ounces off, and foam pad 1.2 ounces off. And let me also give you some other specs on this. This is in the woodland camo too. It's not in the normal green that they have. So some of the specific specifications: main body is 1750 cubic inches, front mesh pocket 400 cubic inches, side pockets 350 cubic inches, extension collar 450, hip belt pockets 35 each. Recommended load 18 pounds or less. It will carry more, but no frame. This pack is very comfortable with over 18 pounds. Recommended base weight 12 pounds or less. Pack weight, and it says for the torso medium and hip belt medium, which this is, it's 24 ounces. I know when I actually shaved everything off and I took everything off of it, and you're going to see that in a minute, I dropped it down to 19 ounces. So the total pack weight is 19 ounces if you remove all the extras. So let me go ahead and just kind of show you or do a quick walkthrough. I know this whole thing on the outside is black, so it's probably a little hard to see everything. These are your ice axe loops right here. ULA CDT logo. One of the things I did do is I did do a little modification. This is just a piece of shock cord that's attached to the side compression straps with a cord lock. That way when I put stuff in here, I can kind of cinch it down a little better. This is an external mesh pocket. It's actually really stretchy, and I managed to put a lot of stuff in here. And then another thing just to note, I've got a pillow in here just to kind of make it look a little bigger. This is the side pocket. You can easily fit 2 smart water bottles in here or whatever it is that you want. There is a cord lock right here where you can actually cinch this down to make it tighter if you need to. You got one side compression strap on the side. In addition to that, you also have Velcro right here, so if you're attaching your trekking poles, you can run them through your ice axe loop at the bottom and attach a handle up here if you need to. This is also one of your side ports for your bladder, so if you're running your bladder, you can run your hose through there. Shoulder harness, and this is one of the first things that I took off, but I put it back on just so you can see what it comes with. What these are is these are hand loops. I use trekking poles, no need, and I don't find a reason to carry the extra weight. This is also one of the bottle holders right here. You also have a chest strap right here, and this part is adjustable. You can slide it up and down. One of the things I did notice with this pack is this does have a tendency to slip, so you have to kind of periodically realign it or readjust it. The bottom to your water bottle holder, and the same thing on this side. You also have another water bottle holder, another hand strap. This is the chest harness, and then you have your adjustment point right here. Other water bottle holder. So basically you're going to put your water bottle when you use this, attach the top up here and attach the bottom down here. Again, those are features that I personally don't use. This is what the hip belt pockets look like. Let me kind of just get closer so you can see how big they are. They are not waterproof. I kind of give you an idea of how big they are. Here's your waist belt buckle. And same thing on this side. You got a side compression strap, side bent or side pocket adjustment point right here, and that's pretty much everything. Also, if you see down here, there's a little drainage hole. That's one of the things I guess I should show you. Is with this pocket, it's got this section right here where it's actually open, so if you stick your water bottle, you can actually stick it in sideways here or through the top. And like I said, there's a little drainage hole there in case you get some, you know, you're in heavy rain and you're not using a pack cover. I think that pretty much covers just about everything on the outside. This is going to be your attachment point or your clip. There's enough extra cordage here, or not cordage, but webbing, where if you need to attach something to the top, like maybe if you want to use like a bear canister, or if you have something else that you need, like a sleep pad or something like that, you can put it up here. This is a roll top, or a barrel roll top closure. It's not like a dry bag closure. So all you do is you take your cord lock, pull it, and it comes right open. So you would roll this down a little bit and then cinch it at the top. I'm going to pause it real quick while I take this pillow out so I can show you better of what it looks like inside. So I pulled the pillow out, and as you can see, there's really not much to this pack once you do that. It is a frameless pack. I should have also mentioned that at the beginning. One of the things that I do have in here is a Gossamer Gear Nightlight torso pad, just to give it a little bit of structure. When I use this pack, most of the time, if it's, you know, I'd say spring and summer, that's a perfect pad for me. That's all I use. This right here attaches right here at the top on both ends, and you can use it to store like your wallet, headlamp, or things that you're going to want to get easy access to. Way that this comes off, and again, this is one of the things that I do take off, and I'm going to try and do it with one-handed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But this part right here, you just push it up and then you can slide it right through. I'm not going to try and take it off because it's going to be a pain right now trying to do it with one hand. It also does have a hydration bladder bag. Again, that's something, I don't use hydration bladders, so that's something else that I take out, along with, like I said, the hand loops. There's Gossamer Gear Nightlight pad, or torso nightlight pad. It does have this elastic, or these elastic shock cords, where it does keep it, or you know, make it so that it does stay in place. You know, I've actually been thinking about cutting them off because it's not really necessary as far as I'm concerned. And just kind of give you an idea of what the inside of the pack looks like. Overall, it's a good pack. I just have a couple little complaints, and I'll just kind of share those real quick. The first complaint that I have is the fact that there are no load lifters on this. If you look up here, not up here, or not one up here, and not one up here. And it seems like no matter how much I try and loosen my shoulder straps, it seems like I still feel like a lot of weight is pulling on my shoulders versus a hip belt. And you know, I've played with it a lot. I've got a lot of other packs where I don't have that problem. But you know, like it says, max recommended load is about 18 pounds. I've carried up to 25 pounds in here. Most of that just being food, or a large majority of it, because my average pack weight for 3 seasons stays around 7.5 pounds. So that's one of the first things. Another one of my complaints about this pack is that right here, this has a tendency to slip on the waist belt or hip belt, and after a while this thing will get loose and you just got to retighten it. I have a lot of other packs where I've never had that issue. And I guess I should have also pointed out, this does have a pretty generous amount of padding for the side hip belt or side hip belts, so you know, that's not an issue. And then my third complaint about this pack overall is, like I said, I mentioned it earlier, with the chest strap harness, or the chest strap, this part right here has a tendency to slip. If you can see, it's not, I mean, it's just, you can slide it pretty easily. I'm just moving it, and so you have to readjust that. So like I said, I mean, with the hip belts, this part has a tendency to come loose, and make it so your hip belt comes loose. Not that it unbuckles or anything like that. And then, like I said, this part has a tendency to slide a little bit, but you know, that could also be because of the fact that sometimes I do exceed the max recommended load. And then actually I do have one other complaint too. I wish there was more compression on here. I know it is an ultralight pack. I wish they had maybe one more compression strap just to make it so that the load would carry a little better. But outside of that, you know, it's a great pack. When you have this thing fully stripped down, it comes out to 19 ounces. So anyway, if you have any kind of questions, comments, please feel free to comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Shun Ryu. As always, thank you for watching.